Salutations, respected viewers. This is George from Ireland. Here I am in front of the National Gallery on Trafalgar Square in London. I think you might agree, it's very aesthetically pleasing. So the National Gallery was founded in 1834, but not on this site. Many other countries had national galleries. The United Kingdom had the opportunity to purchase the art collection of Sir Robert Walpole, the first Prime Minister, when his family was selling it about 1777. But the UK chose not to. Catherine the Great of Russia purchased it, and his collection's down in St. Petersburg. Anyway, it seemed to be embarrassing that a country as mighty and as prosperous as the United Kingdom had no national gallery. So finally it was founded, although it wasn't on this site. It moved several times. It was Great George Street, near Parliament, various places in East London, to finally occupy this site in the late 19th century, as I said. Then you can see the neoclassical portico out there with the Corinthian columns, the 8:3 ratio that the Greeks thought expressed the beauty of perfection, or perfect beauty perhaps I should say. Anyway, it's got tens of thousands of objets d'art in there, paintings, a few drawings, sculptures, ceramics, things like that. One of the best things about it is it's free of charge, a free lavatory. Very difficult to spend a penny without spending a penny in London, more like a pound. So open 7 days a week, and it's got artworks from all over the world, divided into different centuries, portraits of many monarchs stretching back many centuries, so well worth going into. And then over here there's an extension to it, paid for by, I can't remember which two very wealthy chaps. There's a National Portrait Gallery, which is a section of the National Gallery. So in the summer you will see gaggles of tourists and foreign adolescents who are here to improve their English. What else should I point out? The Getty entrance, because John Paul Getty, the oil mogul, he paid for some of that. So yeah, certainly go in, have a look around. There are lectures in there occasionally. There's a cloakroom, as in not euphemism for lavatory, but somewhere you can actually leave your jacket if you're going there and it's rather hot. So it's one of the must-sees of London, and it commands such a spot here on Trafalgar Square. It's had some very distinguished directors. One of them, Sir Kenneth Clarke, was the director in the late 1930s, and he even had a good rapport with George V, who was notoriously Philistine. George V is a chap who appointed him, well, before 1936, before his death. So it was several years that Clarke was in charge. And he's the father of Alan Clarke, the diarist and the scabrous libertine Conservative MP. So what else? In the Second World War, most of the art was taken from here to a coal mine in Wales and hidden there to protect it just in case it was destroyed in a bombing raid. But to keep up public morale, the government would take one painting from Wales each week and display it in the National Gallery, and thousands of people would come here to have their spirits buoyed up by drinking in the exquisite artwork. That's enough from the National Gallery.